It's week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Bucs, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and 2nd in black and gold.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Saints at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kalijah Kancey. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Carr now to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd down and 13. To throw his Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, the Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading him out in his 2nd season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 72 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at the Saints defense, they're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Carr going to throw. Looking for Alvin Kamara on the slant. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 73 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. On play action, it's Carr. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. But you look at this defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. Underneath for Miller. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by McMillan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Baker going to give it to Irving. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Mayfield on play action. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Pete Werner. He's got daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flipped on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And from the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Now Carr. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. That's out wide for Palmer. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll find McMillan here. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now a second and 6 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runner.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing, Mayfield. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. In motion left goes a tight end. And Mayfield just getting the play off. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mayfield now from the 50. He's got Otten on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now, Carr again. Into the hands of Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Anthony Richardson, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Buccaneers offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and look toward the sideline, intercepted.
Picked off by Will Harris. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So here are the Saints to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Carr to throw.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down around the 21 or 22. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action. Now it's Carr.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Calling a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Carr going to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
For the Saints field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Mayfield looks to throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. A run up the middle with Irving. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
This third down just got even more difficult. Third down at 15 after the false start. Mayfield down. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Here now a third down and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Now Carr. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's a handoff to Irving. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Shepard will go in motion right. From the gun, Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mayfield to throw it. And a catch right side by Evans. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is Shepard on the catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Buccaneers first down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run out of the gun with Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Bucky Irving, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs had 6 to their lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Carr now to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
To throw his Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On play action, it's Carr.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Following the interception, Mayfield.
They'll find McMillan here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Once again, it's Irving. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Irving. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Shepard will go in motion right.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Mayfield running left on the option. Shoves him away. Escapes the defender. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Delay of game. Off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
He's got Otten.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Handoff running left, Irving.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
On the handoff, this is Irving.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The home team's offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there of 22. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Here's Carr to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Carr to throw again. Austin's got it left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 3rd down at 5.
A 10th carry for Kamara. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by 8. 1:35 to go. Here's Carr. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Throwing his Carr. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. One final try now for Carr. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a 1-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Tampa Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.